What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as Solana, QQQ, and the S&P 500. As you can tell, I am no longer in my office. That is because I am on travel for the next couple of days. Come next week, or I think just the following, things will be back to normal. So you'll have to deal with the difference in video production and video quality for the next couple of days, but that shouldn't be a problem because we will still be making videos on schedule as we usually do. Now, specifically, what we need to look at in today's episode is XRP. As you can see, finally started to see the movement that we have been waiting for. I mean, we've kind of known about this correction that was coming for crypto for a while. It's been many days. You can see it's been over a week now, but like, we didn't see too much movement, actually. I'll take that back. We had a beautiful symmetrical triangle forming here, filling in the gap we broke down from that. And now we're just kind of consolidating out of it, if that makes sense here. And maybe if we zoom in on the 4-hour, and if we're lucky, like the hourly chart, we'll finally get to see some sort of technical indicator. You can see this is kind of what I'm referring to. Like, there is a smaller kind of fractal forming here. If I start to draw it in, you can see it almost looks like a descending triangle taking place. Just like that. If I start to scale this out even to like the hourly, you can see clearly that there's some sort of technical indicator forming here now on XRP's like 4-hour chart. It's very obvious. I mean, if we even extend this down a little bit lower, it might even become a little bit clearer as to what exactly is starting to take place, what exactly is starting to form. So it's quite interesting to see how everything is starting to pan out. But this is good news because it's coming near the end, and that means we get another opportunity to take advantage of a trade. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on the market. We're also looking at something like Solana, which apparently is breaking down again. You can see within this downtrend, so we'll be talking about that. Ethereum is at its bottom, though. This has the small chance of seeing a run to the upside here. We'll see if it happens. We don't know for sure just yet, but you can see kind of the fractal that's taking place. Bitcoin still in an uptrend. I mean, the markets are like all freaking over the place. They're all over the place. Stock market, QQQ, everything is all totally trading separately. So we're really going to have to dive into each specific crypto and talk about that today. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's episode. So guys, super quick before we dive into the technical analysis, remember MARGEX is giving up to a $10,000 bonus for people that decide to sign up and use the promo code CryptoTV. Basically, you can get up to 10K, but 20% back on your deposit. So whatever that is, if you deposit 1,000, you will get, I believe that is 200. I'm doing the math right. Yep. So on 10,000, that's 2,000 back in bonus crypto money. You can't withdraw it, but you can trade with it, which is super cool because if you lose bonus money, who cares? It's not yours to begin with here. But profits earned off bonus money, you can do whatever you want with. You can withdraw them, and that's super cool. So it's just a free promo to kind of get some people back into the MARGEX exchange. It's not too bad. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the MARGEX exchange, leave them down in the comment section below or email me because I am talking to like an affiliate of the exchange. So I've been passing the messages on, kind of middlemaning concerns or questions about it. So definitely make sure if you have any to just drop them down in the comment section below or reach out to me. That's super cool. But aside from that, we'll look at MARGEX later on in today's video here. You can see the current coin market cap does reveal some interesting things, only just more consolidation. And you can see we're trading at 40 on the fear and greed index, which means we're neutral, but we're leaning towards even more on the fear side, which means there is room to see markets move up, which is good news. We have been in dire need of correction. Like, we've been in dire need of consolidating and floating back down. I mean, we saw Bitcoin at over 100K and all these other cryptocurrencies like XRP exploding, and finally they're starting to rest and relax, and that is really good news. You can see the consolidation across the board the last 7 days. Most of the cryptos are down 2 to 5% over the week, except for BNB up 20%. But the other cryptocurrencies are down about 4 to 5% for the week. Everything is kind of in sync on that end, but it is interesting, and there are some things we're going to have to go over. You can see yesterday's video, we talked about how like we are moments away from seeing something happen. And I agree. Same thing like going 2-3 days ago, we've been kind of falling back down to a very solid support level that typically we rebound off of, see rallies to the upside. We're also forming new technical indicators that also reveal movement which is what we're looking at here. So to start with like XRP, for example, we've been tracking, like I said earlier in the intro, we have a beautiful bull flag, beautiful rally up, consolidation down. We've confirmed closure outside of here, formed a new symmetrical triangle, filled this in. A very easy, almost textbook breakout or breakdown, bought in the second we confirm closure below here, and here's the short. Easy peasy. Now, zoom in a little bit closer. We have been waiting patiently for some new technical indicator to form. Doesn't really matter how you want to draw it. We could draw it like this or draw it how we had it before, but there is, with certainty, some sort of new technical indicator approaching and forming here. I'm going to leave it like this. This, to me, screams symmetrical triangle. I don't see a fractal forming or just a price ceiling and a price floor. Granted, these are them, but they're angled. So they're filling in the gap, they're building up steam, they're building up pressure, and inevitably going to make a decision. And here's where things get interesting. I mean, we have to just wait for the decision to be made here, but we very easily could break down. Even though the markets are 40 on the fear and greed, we very, very easily could break down on XRP, and I wouldn't be surprised if we break up. I mean, that'd be awesome. But there's a very good chance we could also see movement down a moving average. I just want to prepare you for this. To me, it really doesn't matter which direction we move to because we can short it now. We have the ability to do so. But the main focus is when that breakout's going to come, and that could be as early as like Valentine's Day tomorrow at the latest, really. Maybe one day after, but then we'll be into we'll be long out of this kind of symmetrical triangle, if that makes sense. So really focus in that this is going to form some sort of breakout very soon on XRP within today or tomorrow, the latest, I think, and then we'll get the results of that. We can easily buy in and either long or short that. Aside from there, we have Solana here, and you have other options too. What I am noticing is there's a beautiful bull flag here. I mean, it doesn't get any more stair-stepped like a stepping pattern here. Lower highs, lower lows, and each time we hit it, we reject. So we've really consolidated and confirmed resistance and supports here, that gap. And you can see how, yet again, another day of rejection off price ceiling and coming back down. Where? Down to the red band, which is the moving, or their support. Sorry, I meant to swing this out to the weekly charts. And you can see that almost all the time recently, since 2023, that we come into contact with this, it does take a little bit, but we end up heading up. And now that we've consolidated and lowered ourselves from a position of overbought on the weekly down to 48 on the RSI, there's so much room to rebound off that. There's so much room to breach above blue band, which is a resistance, and to naturally consolidate up. Keep in mind, I mean, this is what's incredible, is last time we hit it, $205, we were 85 on the relative strength indicator on the weekly charts. Well, now we're at that same level in price. We're only at 48, which means there is tons of upside, an immense amount of upside that could take place on Solana here, a massive break, which is incredible if you ask me. And what does that mean? It opens doors to short, to long, so on and so forth, and a clear resistance and support to break. So we're going to do these trades on MARGEX. We already have it mapped out on Solana here. You can see clear as day here, the beautiful bull flag formation here, the beautiful resistance, the beautiful support. All we need is for price to give us that confirmation. We just need the signal. That is all we're waiting for. We break above this resistance right here. It is game on, and it's an easy long to the upside here because it will come with quite a lot of resistance. Look at the size of the flagpole itself. So with that in mind, the actual new flagpole that it will create, the breakout, should be pretty immense and pretty large if you ask me. So definitely focus in on a lot of these cryptos because some of these are dead giveaways. Like Solana looks more bullish than bearish in my opinion. Obviously anything can happen, but that's my opinion. XRP could easily go that way too, but we are looking at the 4 hour and there is a small chance or a pretty large chance we could see a short, just a small one, and then maybe rebound off that because again, it's the 4 hour and it's very short term. Ethereum, again, they look bullish. I mean, we bottomed out at oversold. Keep that in mind on the daily. And we are finally retesting moving average here. So this is why I think they can all do whatever they want. But it's always a possibility that we could break down through this and still be inside our descending fractal. Because what we're looking for is a breach above yellow resistance. Ideally not there and maybe closer to here. And then we could see a long position. We're also well below moving average here. So I do think we need to play a game of catch up on Ethereum. Bitcoin consolidating again on the daily. I very much likely think a rebound is in store for Bitcoin. I think we could easily rebound off here and expect to see a transition to the upside. That's really what I think we're due for. We're clearly forming some sort of ascending fractal or ascending triangle. Even if we break down at the end of it, for the time being, I do expect to see a pretty large reversal from 95 to 106. It's about 11 grand move. And then lastly, QQQ and the stock market are quite peculiar because they are forming it like an ascending broadening wedge. And these very easily could break out. I think it's the way we're getting constrained on QQQ is like we are going to get forced up, which is epic. Obviously, this is a very strong support. If broken, it will be real detrimental and we'll see a massive sell-off. But it's been years of trending inside here, so we are still confident with that rally. I mean, obviously, we have to discuss both options. You can't be that, crazy and not consider, the possibilities of a dump. But when it comes to like the stock market and QQQ, I'm ready and locked and loaded that if the markets do decide to dump, I'm more cash heavy where I would be buying back in. So I don't mind it. It'd be like buying on discount since we're so overinflated, or not even overinflated. We're so high right now. Otherwise, hey, we already bought in. You remember we bought in closer to like here, closer to here, I think. So we're plenty okay to see another rebound up too. We'll just make more money that way, but it really doesn't matter. Like I said, I think we bought in right here, so we're good. And then as you can see on stock market, we're filling in this gap. If we even consolidate here, we'll get forced up more than likely. It'll be another, beautiful rally of bullish money. So who cares? But that's it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.